Most people start high school without knowing what the hell to do, but you're not going to be like them. Why? Because you're taking time out of your day to watch this video and learn from my mistakes and succeed in high school. So today I'm going to be talking about the 10 things that I wish I knew in high school, and if you stick to the end, I'll give you a free template for you to plan out all 4 years of high school. So let's get into it. When you start high school, you're only 13, 14 years old, and it'll take you some time to really find your own self, your personality, your character. But that's okay because that's normal. But the mistake that I want you to avoid is copying other people, not just your friends, but the internet too. So the first thing I wish I knew in high school is how to find yourself. The amount of influence that the internet has on us these days is insane. Never has there been a time in history where one trend consumes the world, and if you weren't on that platform like TikTok, you wouldn't understand it. And the next week it'll be a different trend, and a different trend, again and again and again. You probably don't even remember what the trend was 3 months ago. I'm not gonna give you the cliche advice of be yourself, because what the fuck does that even mean? Rather, find yourself. Like, what are your strengths? Is it your humor, your looks, your smarts? Lean into them and don't try to be someone you aren't, because people can tell. And if your whole personality is TikTok, it gets old quick. Number 2, long-term thinking. Now, it's incredibly important that you start thinking about the future as you start your high school journey. You don't want to be like those junior or senior students that have no idea what to major in. No. You're gonna give it thought and have at least a general idea of what you want, which is why I'm a big fan of being directionally correct rather than absolutely correct. What happens is students try to find the perfect thing, the perfect major to pursue in so early in their high school career when they have no perspective from which to make their judgment. So don't try to find a major that you want to dedicate your whole life to so early in your high school career. Just take into account the field you would rather be in and start setting the trajectory of your profile to be a CS profile or a bio profile or a business profile. You know exactly which subjects you hate, so you can start off by crossing those out. If you do this, you'll be preparing yourself and getting a head start in the college admissions game. I mean, if you're watching this video, you're not here to be an average fuck. The average man inspires no one. We're here to build, to create, to compete, and to win. Number 3, not taking the first year seriously. Now, I don't know who the hell keeps telling students that it's okay to not do well in the first year of high school just because it's the first year of high school. Maybe your parents would say that to make yourself feel better, but do you think any admissions officers at Harvard, at Yale, at any Ivy League would care? There are many students that get straight A's in their first year of high school, so why would the excuse of getting used to high school be valid? And not taking this first year seriously bites you in the ass when you're in junior or senior year wanting to improve your rankings. But as you know, you juniors and seniors, no matter how hard you try to improve your grades, you can never break into the top 20s and 30s because all of them have already gotten straight A's in their first year of high school. So if you tell yourself, I'll bring my GPA back up down the line, good luck, because you're already fucked. Number 4, the importance of sleep. I would say I got an average of 5 or 6 hours of sleep every day during junior and senior year. Not because I had a long commute or had classes early in the morning, but because I was wasting time throughout the day and delayed everything until nighttime. Now, what does this cause? This causes stress. This causes decrease in performance because you've already brain rotted yourself with YouTube and TikTok doom scrolling, and it causes feelings of guilt. Because you know deep down in the heart of hearts that you could have done the work before you watched TV, before you went out to hang out, before you opened TikTok. Sleep is as important to us as air and water. Good sleep is a source of life that gives us the ability to breathe, think, and act clearly. It improves your mental health and boosts your level of energy. Now, I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of how to get good sleep. There are way more people far more qualified than me to tell you about that. But the general rule of thumb is to sleep at the same time and wake up at the same time, including the weekends. Now, number 5, eating the frog. Now, as you get back from school, exhausted, ready to just chill out and watch the new episode on Netflix, the last thing you want to do is your homework, thinking that you'll do it when you feel more rested, waiting for the perfect time to do it. The best time to plant a tree was 30 years ago, and the second best time to plant a tree is now. If this quote doesn't make much sense, here's an easier one to understand. The best time to start was yesterday. The next best time is now. If you have a pile of homework to do, a big exam to study for, you should be doing that before you rest, before you chill out and do nothing. Eat the frog first, and if you have 2 frogs, eat the bigger one first. If you've gotten this far into the video, comment the word here and I'll be responding to every single one of you guys, I promise. Number 6, taking initiative. Now, you might look at the president of your student body or the founders of your school clubs and hate on them for being tryhards, but this is exactly the initiative that you should be taking. Instead of spending your time and energy hating someone, do the work instead. And I'm not innocent. In freshman year, I would just look down on people tryharding in the earlier years of high school, but really I was just coping for doing nothing. So I decided to take action. Over time, I built our school's first esports team and grew it to the point where we won the state championship. I even built our first computer science club and collaborated with many community colleges to create big hackathon events for hundreds of students. And this got my principal to, take a big liking towards me because we got a lot of news coverage from local news channels. But that's besides the point. The lesson here is to stop hating and to start taking initiative. Number 7, time consciousness. When you're relaxing after school, texting your friends, scrolling through Instagram, watching YouTube, you check the time here and there and say, I'm chilling, I got a lot of time for this. But before you know it, it's already 10, 11 p.m. Not only that, but the work that you delayed on takes much longer than you expected, and you end up sleeping at 2, 3 a.m. This is because you don't have the consciousness of time. Instead of thinking that you can grind out all your work in 1 or 2 hours at the end of the day, give yourself some margin of error and rather overestimate how long it'll take to finish. Because let's be honest, you won't just be doing the work. There are always going to be distractions, whether it's internal or external. You're not able to realize in the moment that you're wasting hours of your time doing useless shit. Not only does it take away your time, but it trains your brain to dislike challenging tasks, which is exactly what we need to be doing to find success in this college admissions game. So why would you do that to your brain? Like, I genuinely think there's more benefits to not having a phone at all than having one. Number 8, surrounding yourself with winners. I'm sure you've heard the quote, "You are the sum of the 5 people you hang around with." And I found it to be absolutely true, not only in high school, but in life as well. I mean, even if you aren't surrounded by absolute bums, just imagine. If you're constantly surrounded by people who are too lazy, too unmotivated to do anything, why would you think you would have a chance to getting into your dream school with that type of work ethic? Even if you want to do the right thing, they'll be right there to bring you back down and make you do the thing that has no benefit to you at all. So instead, surround yourself with winners who have the same visions, dreams, and goals as you. People rub off each other, including their actions, so surround yourself with winners. Number 9, embracing pain. Man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. As you go through high school and the college admissions process, it'll be hard and it will be painful. Whether it's the crushing self-doubt that you might feel during those late nights when you're by yourself, or even the small tasks of homework that you do that you get sick of, it's hard, it's painful. But without it, you won't be able to grow. So know that pain is part of the process. And if you're not feeling pain or struggle, it means you're not doing the right thing or you're not doing enough of it. Whenever you feel like not doing it, too tired to push forward, that's when you know you're on the right path to remake yourself. The same boiling water that softens the potato hardens the egg. Number 10, planning. The majority of students spend their 4 years in high school floating around like a rock in space, occasionally doing something that, someone said was good for their application. But what I wish I knew in high school was the importance of planning. By failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. Plan things in excruciating detail. What classes to take in what year, what summer classes you might take to accelerate beyond your peers, who you would contact and what to say when you try to create that club you're thinking about, who you'll invite to your school club, to the fucking T. So plan out your path so that you know that you're on a consistent journey to success, not having to worry about what you'll do next, because if you know exactly what to do next, you'll win. Now, to plan out your 4 years in high school, I've created this free template for you to access with the link in the description, along with an example as a free guide. Now, it's great that you know these 10 things that will set you up for success in high school, but to get into the Ivy League, you'll need extracurricular activities that are in their level. So if you want to learn how to create Ivy League level extracurriculars, watch this video next.